Do you think Joe Biden, who says he's going to run, and Trump, who's running, do you think that they're maybe too old? Do you think we should have younger politicians? What do you think?
Well, I don't know. Joe was a little sleepy sometimes. He just felt like he was a little sleepy, like you're getting tired.
50 Cent endorses Trump for president after seeing Biden's alleged tax plans. Katrina Pearson, who's with the Trump campaign, says, I guess 50 Cent don't want to end up 20 cents.
What is good, YouTube family? It's your boy, Shy. We back again with the Black Anomaly Rising channel. So 50 Cent. Okay, we got to talk about 50 Cent because this dude has been flip-flop pollywopping on whether or not he wants to support Trump. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. He's not sure because it's just not looking good for sleepy Joe Biden. Okay, so previously 50 Cent in the past did sound off. You saw the intro where he was saying like, hey, 62% taxes don't really sound too good. Right? And he just wasn't having it, but the woke leftists wouldn't let him support Trump. So apparently at some point he reneged his support for Trump. But now we're back in 2024 and things are looking grim again because New York Mayor Eric Adams has a new plan apparently that could make it where migrants will receive up to $1,000 a day. So before we get into what 50 Cent has to say about this, I'm gonna show you a quick clip from Fox News. Take a look.
New York is going to be spending $53 million to come up with prepaid credit cards for the illegal migrants. What do you think's behind this? Why do they need prepaid credit cards?
It sounds like insanity is behind it because it really is offensive. It may be the most reprehensible thing that I've seen take place over the past 48 hours when you see police officers in New York City being beaten by illegal immigrants in this country who should not be in the country in the first place. And then after they engage in this crime against a law enforcement officer, they are let loose back out onto the streets. What's going on in New York is outrageous, and Americans across the entire country are angry, not just about what's going on in New York, but the underlying cause for it, which is Joe Biden's open border policies.
And why do you think Joe Biden has this open border policy? What is your thinking in terms of why he continues to do this? In the last 2 weeks, the president said he's known that the border is not secure. He's known it for 10 years, he said. He says he doesn't have the power, even though on day one, he walked into the Oval Office and reversed all of President Trump's security at the border.
Greg Abbott summed this up perfectly. Insanity, because these people have totally lost it. Given $1,000 a day just freely without like no type of incentivizing of like there's no deterrent from coming to the country. There is no negative consequence really, except like you kind of a little bit lost, but the city and all of these sanctuary cities and all these federal government, like the way that everything's working out collectively is inevitably making it where you get food, shelter, healthcare, like you're getting all your basic needs met, as well as a lot of the time, a lot of the migrants get to stay at hotels, at least for a limited time. It kind of varies depending on what area you're in, but inevitably they are getting a red carpet just rolled out for them, right? And it certainly doesn't, it's not going to change the incentive to break the law by coming into the country if you just take and say, hey, I know what the plan is. Why don't we just take taxpayer dollars and then just give that to the migrants, make it $1,000 a month? It's genius. Use other people's money to pay for these other people that are entering the country. Problem solved. Like, what do you think that they're gonna do? Let's get into what 50 had to say about this. So he found out about this and he was not happy. He says, what the F, Mayor Adams called my phone. I don't understand how this works. Somebody explain. Here's the thing, 50. You do understand how it works. You do understand how it works. You just don't, you're just in denial. You don't want to admit it. But you do understand how it works. They take your money, they give it away. It's that simple. That technically that's how taxes already works. And a lot of people don't even agree with that. But in this case, it's even worse because now you got it where America's trying to play, like these woke leftists are trying to play this humanitarian, oh, we're gonna save everyone in the whole planet Earth. with other people's money, not with our personal money, with taxpayer dollars. That's how it works with these woke leftists. At Ari Melber, can't explain this. I'm stuck. Maybe Trump is the answer. 50. That's what we've been trying to tell you. So many Americans have been trying to tell these people that Trump is the answer. He's been the answer. Everything was fine. The border was closed and secure under Trump. Joe Biden specifically said while he was campaigning that he wanted open borders. He said it himself. He said if you come to the country, okay, let me be more specific. I'm going to say word for word what he said. If somebody enters the country illegally, they should not be deported. That's what he said.
Should someone who is here without documents, and that is his only offense, should that person be deported?
That person should not be the focus of deportation. Immediately, a bill that requires for access to citizenship for 11 million undocumented folks, number one. Number two, in the first 100 days of my administration, no one will be deported at all. From that point on, the only deportations that will take place are commissions of felonies in the United States of America.
So to be clear, only felons get deported and everyone else gets to stay?
Yes.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
He didn't say, oh, I want open borders, but effectively, what does that mean? If you enter the country illegally and you're not punished, then, you know, what does it mean? It means that you can just enter the country illegally and nothing bad is going to happen. And as a matter of fact, as you can see, they're trying to get to the point where they're just handing out free money. Like, here's some cash. They basically, the Democrats are basically tricking off to these freaking migrants, just giving out free money, and they ain't even got to shake no tail or nothing. I need to see some cheeks to spread or something if we gonna be giving out $1,000 a month. Okay, I need to see some freaking booties hitting the floor or something. All that damn money, because this is getting crazy. Let's see what the rest of this is about here. Let me read through a little bit of this. Okay, it says, rapper 50 Cent is no fan of Merrick Adams' plan to distribute $53 million to city migrants on prepaid credit cards, blasting the idea in an Instagram post Saturday. Okay, I already read the post. Maybe Trump is the answer, which he obviously is. MAGA, Trump 2024. The city program will offer asylum seekers at the Roosevelt Hotel with hard cash. They're already at a hotel. It says it right here. They're already at a hotel with hard cash intended to help them pay for food, according to city records, which, again, they already get. It's like, how you already at a hotel. The hotel got food too. So how much more food y'all need? Like, okay. I mean, I guess some of these people have families, but I mean, a lot of these people are also having kids because they know that that's, again, they call it anchor baby for a reason. They're not going to deport you if you already have a family. So a lot of this stuff is planned where even if the Republicans get back in office, it's going to be very hard to get rid of a lot of these people, especially if they're having kids, because they're not going to deport the kids a lot of the time. Even if they take the family, that kid is considered a U.S. citizen. So you can't just take the mom and the dad, deport them, and then orphan the kid. You see what I'm saying? So it's a bad situation no matter what, and it's absolutely intentional. One party rule is the plan. I'm telling you, it's very obvious at this point. And the people who act like it's some sort of conspiracy, they're just wrong. They got brain issues, they're in denial, and something's wrong with them. They are wrong, and something's wrong with them. Both of those things are true. Okay? If you got this information and you still not coming to this same conclusion, I don't know what else to tell you. Please get in the comments, explain to me how I'm wrong about this. Okay? So I already read that part. The program will begin with 500 migrant families in short-term hotel stays. A family of 4 could receive nearly $1,000 a month. And a family of 4, I would bet that that's pretty like normal. Because when you're talking about people coming, especially from like third world countries and stuff, then yeah, a lot of times people be having multiple kids. Now, I don't know if all these kids be making this long trip over here, but yes, if you ever go to any countries, which I have been, a lot of people have a lot of damn kids, way more than they do in the U.S. As a matter of fact, the amount of kids people having here has kind of went down a lot compared to other countries where majority of the population is definitely not in America. Let's put it that way. But yeah, unfortunately, 50 did kind of flip-flop a little bit on this, because later on, New York Mayor Adams had a conversation with him. They actually did talk, apparently. So let's see what they talked about.
Policy shift that we're doing on a pilot project with 500 people. If this is successful, we're going to expand it even more so that we can we got to bring down the cost. 20% we want to bring down the cost, and their team are doing their job. So I told 50 Cent to hit me up. I would love to explain it to him so that he can go out and do another tweet of saying, you know what, Eric is just a smart manager, and now we understand why he was elected by the people of the city of New York to be that this was a smart policy shift.
He's stroking his own ego or stroking something else right now, but let's see what 50 had to say about this, because I believe the original tweet was this, where he said WTF, and then he edited the entire tweet. I feel like there should be like a limit on how much you shouldn't be able to like rewrite the entire thing, because I couldn't even find, or not tweet, but Instagram post, I couldn't even find this. Okay, all I could find was this same post, and it says edited. So I'm presuming that this was the original. So he says, I talked to New York City Mayor Eric Adams. He broke down why the pilot program was in place. Okay, well, 50, are you going to explain to anybody else? Because I'm not understanding why he needs this. He appeared to be on point and on top of things. Of course, it's going to sound like that if you're ignorant, 50. I mean, I don't mean to just call you out, but if you believe in New York Mayor Eric Adams at this point, like, and he's been full of crap pretty much this dang entire time this crisis has been going on, refused to end sanctuary city status, and like just a slew of other problems, wasting a bunch of taxpayers' money in New York City, then I don't know what the heck to tell you, bro. Now I want to talk to Governor Kathy Hochul about the laws preventing him from doing things to make the situation better in New York. Okay, now you want to talk to her. So you see how this is already. New York mayors already turn around and blaming Kathy Hochul. Kathy Hochul's going to turn around and blame the federal government. Nobody's going to, federal government's going to turn around and blame Congress. Nobody's going to accept responsibility for the fact that this is really all on Joe Biden, or at least the majority of it. Locally, New York Mayor Eric Adams is at fault, because they should take measures to try to end sanctuary city status so that they can prevent these people from coming to their city, or at least make it where less of them come to their city. So it's not going to stop all of them, but it will make less come. But they're being stubborn. They're trying to not look bad politically, even though, in my opinion, it makes them look much worse politically. And they're just trying to keep the situation going, and then try to blame Texas Governor Greg Abbott and say he's like racist or some nonsense for sending the people there, even though the sanctuary city status is literally made to where that's the places where these people need to go. That's basically, sanctuary city means you're not going to enforce immigration law, and you're not going to aid Customs and Border Patrol with trying to detain or assist in any type of deportation efforts whatsoever. So any type of finding illegal immigrants, just working with law enforcement locally in general. Sanctuary city means no. Sanctuary city is basically, we're going to break federal immigration law. That's basically what it means. Okay, and where's the proposed $2.4 billion she's planning on spending on migrants coming from? Not my taxes. In all caps with an exclamation point. Okay, so he says that, but guess what? Oh, and somebody responded, Trump is still the answer. Not my taxes. Say that ish again. Why can't they put them on planes and send them back to their country? That's a good question. It's because Biden said no. He says he doesn't want to put them back on planes and send them back to their country. He wants more illegal votes. And before anybody wants to be a little smart ass and say illegals can't vote, I already explained the situation to you. Anchor baby, get married to somebody in the country. There's ways to just kind of skirt the system and become legal and then end up voting. Like, it just is what it is. Like, don't be freaking naive, okay? But anyways, 50 Cent kind of turned a little bit toward the end, but he's still saying like, hey, not my taxes. But 50, what do you think they're going to do? Who else's money you think they're going to use? You think they're going to use their own payroll taxes or something? Like, you know, because obviously if you're a city worker, you're getting, your payroll is tax money, but you think they're going to use their personal dollars? Of course not. They're going to use your money. They don't even see you as a human being if you make a lot of money anyway. They see you as like just a freaking ATM machine. So you best believe they're not going to feel sorry for taking your money at all. Stealing your money, excuse me. I mean, in my opinion, the way taxes are structured these days, you might as well call it that, because they're trying to come up with taxes for anything. If you have any type of success, then F you. That's how they see it. Screw you, pay more, support these people who need it. Right? That's just how it works. And it's unfortunate that it is that way. And 50 Cent, he looks like he's tired of getting taken advantage of, but it also looks like these people are finessing still. The fact that he went from like, hey, WTF, I ain't cool with giving this money away, but now he's like, well, it's not so bad as long as it's not my money. So 50 Cent basically saying, oh, it's cool as long as it's not my money. That's basically what he's saying. He was like, oh, I don't like this because he thinking it's his money. But if it's not his money, oh, you give away as much money as you want. Well, guess what? I don't live in New York, and I still don't want them just giving away all of this money. Like, again, that fool, Andrew Yang, trying to give away $1,000. At least he was trying to give it to citizens of the United States. This dummy's trying to give it away to illegal immigrants. So you come into the country illegally. Imagine breaking a law. Imagine going to jail for committing a crime, like a stupid crime, like speeding, like, I don't know, smoking a joint or something. And then, you just sit up there in jail, crying, sad, cold. And then you got these people just coming in the country and they're like, here's $1,000. Like, you want to stay at the hotel? Like, so you want to stay at the Ritz-Carlton, the Four Seasons? Like, just, it's the level of insanity. Greg Abbott was right. There's no better word to describe it except for pure insanity. This is like freaking Pandora's box. You got my damn voice cracking. Oh, it's how crazy it is. Breaking my whole masculine frame because of the insanity. Got me getting emotional over here. But anyway, look, I still think 50, he still sounds skeptical, so there's still hope for him and a lot of other Democrats out here. I mean, I don't know if he's a Democrat or not, but I'm just presuming he is. But hopefully people wake the hell up, because this country is freaking toast if you don't. Like, you can forget about that black vote meaning anything, because a couple more million of these people come in, black people are toast. They ain't even gonna make no fake promises no more. They're gonna be like, we don't need y'all dummies no more. They're gonna be like, thanks for the taxes and the votes, stupid. And then I guarantee you a lot of people, even with stuff like this happen, that's black, will still keep voting for these dummies, even though they're not getting anything. You know how I know this? Because that's what's been happening already. It's already been happening. It's sad and pathetic, and I want better, not just for black people, but for all Americans. Don't be a sheep. If it ain't working, stop doing it. Voting Democrat's not working. Damn sure ain't working voting Democrat for sleepy Joe Biden. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
I guess 50 Cent don't want to end up 20 cents.